who are those who do the validations, and what is the incentive, and why should we trust that they've done these validations in the first place?
Yeah. Okay, so in the case of Bitcoin, the people who validate transactions, they're actually computers, so nodes. The technical term for that is nodes. There are thousands of them distributed all over the world. And when I send you a Bitcoin now,
okay,
that transaction is broadcasted on the network, and the nodes receive it and try to validate that transaction. Once it's validated, then it's stored in that block. The block is now connected to the previous block,
okay,
and then you have the blockchain technology, the blockchain. So that is basically the explanation for blockchain. So the incentive for nodes is that there's a fixed amount of Bitcoin that will be randomly given out to nodes who participate in the verification of that transaction.
Okay, I guess that sums it up. Now, I knew that I also have learned that the blockchain essentially also removes the need to have a trusted third party, and it doesn't only benefit cryptocurrencies. It can also be used elsewhere. I'm just thinking, who else can benefit from this? The average person, I mean, financial institutions? Yeah.
Okay, so basically, transactions on the blockchain are distributed. So there's no central authority verifying anything. It's happening across distributed networks. Cryptocurrencies are basically the medium of exchange on the blockchain. So in the case of Bitcoin, that's the cryptocurrency being exchanged there. That is driving the value of the blockchain. But other use cases for cryptocurrency or for blockchain technology will be something like voting, where you want people to be able to be sure that nobody's manipulating data behind the scene. There's no central authority that can just go behind the scene to change data. But with blockchain, that transaction, once verified, it is locked up in a block. It's on the blockchain, openly verifiable by anybody.
I'm not sure governments are ready to deploy it just yet where voting is concerned. But for a sector like financial services, I'm thinking for banks, with lower costs, is it something they can deploy easily? Because I know they're already doing a lot of tech.
Banks might be a little bit skeptical, trying to release confirmations of transactions to a distributed network. I think in the future that time will come, but there are so many other applications of blockchain technology, from verifying land records to even stock trading, for example. Because in stock trading, I transfer my shares. You don't need that middle person, the intermediary, to verify this before transferring the shares.
And it also removes typical human error.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if it removes human error, I mean, to a great extent, I'm thinking, I mean, it's almost a dream come true. And I'm thinking, so should we look forward to this being deployed?
Oh, yeah.
Very soon, even, not just, here in Africa, here in Nigeria. Yeah. Going forward, how soon?
Blockchain technology is going to be part of us for the next couple of decades, because now people are seeing different applications for how they can use them. For example, I have a project where we're also trying to leverage on blockchain to facilitate cross-border transactions or cross-border transfers in form of remittances, right? So I don't need an intermediary to allow me to transfer money from the US to someone in Nigeria, and I can make that happen within a couple of hours, compared to me trying to go through these third-party bodies that will have to facilitate them and charge extra fees for those.
Now, as beautiful as this all sounds, I mean, when the government steps in, regulators step in, it comes. I mean, the issue of regulation comes in. So, to what extent is this being regulated? How much regulation would be required to ensure that? I don't know.
Yeah. Right now, there's really no real regulation.
Is that a big risk?
Not really. It's not a risk from my own point of view, because the blockchain technology is already allows everybody to have control. It's publicly verifiable. The essence of cryptocurrency is because we have a currency that no central bank is issuing. That is, I'm not susceptible to what the bank or the country determines today. So inflation and all that doesn't affect it.
So what do you say to those people who are still very skeptical, who are nervous, who say that, look, this is just a phase, it's a flash in a pan, it won't last, there's no regulation, there's a bubble coming, doomsday as it were, about the whole
I would just advise them to be on the sideline and see it continue to take off.
Okay, but how can this thing? But how can it potentially change the face of how we, even as humans, operate our day-to-day lives? If we decide that, look, we're going to make blockchain a part of our existence in our daily transactions, go to the bank, maybe the bank, like you said, voting, I don't know.
Yeah, so those different applications are what will make blockchain be a part of our lives in the next couple of decades. But just the fact that I can transfer value to you without any central authority verifying it, that it can happen peer-to-peer, and it's verifiable publicly, and I can't go back and change it, it's incredible.
So I'm thinking about small businesses now who want to begin to deploy this technology. Is it easy? Is it affordable? Is it something that they can start with, even and grow organically with it?
No. Gradually, adoption will increase, and that's where we're going. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, 10 years from now, what do you see? When you look down, what do you see?
There will be thousands of cryptocurrencies in the market, and it will be part of our daily lives.
But would you like to see a regulated market? Because I'm still nervous about that aspect of things.
Yeah, some regulation will come in terms of, capital adequacy for exchanges and the likes. But at that point, you just want to be sure that exchanges are certain that people won't lose their money. That's all. So I won't close up shop tomorrow. If you're trading Bitcoin on my platform, I won't close up shop tomorrow and disappear with your money. So that's where you need regulation, but not within the peer-to-peer transfer of it.
Okay.